the only way to fly. If you feel like showing everyone how annoyingly rich you are, Emirates has new Mercedes-Benz S-Class-inspired first-class private suites for its Boeing 777 aircraft. The new suites will offer up to 40 square feet of space per passenger and floor-to-ceiling sliding doors. And because they really need it, passengers will get a 32-inch HD TV, gourmet dining, mood lighting, and temperature control. The leather seats can recline all the way, be placed in a zero-gravity position, or adjusted into plenty of other custom positions for optimal comfort. Most suites with a window view will be provided with binoculars, while suites in the middle of the cabin have virtual windows which project the view from the outside in real time. Emirates will also offer passengers a complimentary Benz chauffeur to their destination from the airport. The newly designed cabins are set to be introduced into Emirates' fleet in December. Prepare for impact.
Baby born in flight on Indonesian airline. Childbirth can be a nerve-wracking experience, one we imagine would only be made more terrifying were it to happen, oh, I don't know, say, on a plane? That's exactly what befell one Indonesian woman during a flight from Jakarta to Bali on July 8th. Here's how it all went down. A heavily pregnant 28-year-old Nurul Saima was traveling on the Batik Air flight when she was suddenly hit with painful contractions. An alarmed flight attendant asked passengers if anyone on board was a doctor, and luckily, one came forward and offered to get his hands dirty. Meanwhile, the quick-thinking pilot contacted the control tower at Bali Airport and requested an ambulance be on standby. Cabin crew and the off-duty doctor sprang into action and delivered the baby smoothly, much to everyone's relief. You'll be happy to hear the newborn boy weighed in at a healthy 5.3 pounds and has all the right number of fingers and toes. The flight touched down just after 9 a.m. local time, and mother and child were immediately taken to hospital. A company spokesperson praised the cabin crew, pilot, and those on the ground for flawless coordination, and also thanked passengers who helped ensure a happy ending. He did, however, implore pregnant passengers to truthfully report their gestational progress before flying, so that dangerous medical situations like these can be avoided. In news about airline absurdities, this one really takes the cake. JetBlue put a damper on a Jersey family's Las Vegas birthday bash when they decided to boot them off a flight over a cake. The Berks had brought the buttercream confection with them as part of their carry-on and initially stored it in the overhead bin. When a flight attendant told them they had to move it, they stashed it in under the seat. A second flight attendant berated her colleague and then accused Dad Cameron Burke of being non-compliant. Her behavior struck him as irrational, so he asked if she'd been drinking. She stormed off and another flight attendant asked them to leave the plane, prompting tears from the Burke kids. Port Authority police was called on board, and one officer can be heard saying the family had done nothing wrong. Still, JetBlue reps ordered everyone to deplane in order to get them off the flight.
It's all right, baby boy. I know. Exactly. For a cake?
We're just here.
A cake.
We were told that air supposed to is actually taken. Right here, I don't see any wrongdoing.
Thank you.
Okay. So
I moved the cake. It's a birthday cake.
You were not. Okay. All right.
Thank you so much, sir.
No one's in any trouble. I just need to have your ID, just for a report.
Sure, no problem.
Unfortunately, it got reported to us. No one did anything wrong. Okay.
No problem.
All right. Everyone's gonna be okay, and they're just gonna, unfortunately, they're gonna have to rebook everyone, and that's
rebook everyone.
And this is what we're trying to avoid. That we wish we.
This is JetBlue.
It's JetBlue. So
JetBlue. Wow. Here you go.
Right? Thank you. No one's in any. No, buddy, you're okay. All right. Don't cry. It's all right.
Thank you, Officer Chen. What's your name, Chen?
Hold on. Everyone, stay seated. Okay. Everyone, just stay seated.
Thank you very much.
Everything's gonna be okay.
you'll be all right.
They were refunded in full and ended up taking a United flight to Sin City the next day. Burke is thinking of suing and wants the rude flight attendant fired. But JetBlue is standing their ground, claiming Burke refused requests to remove the cake, yelled and cursed at the crew, and made false accusations about one attendant's fitness to fly. Singapore Airlines plane hits the deck during gate maintenance. Singapore Airlines suffered an embarrassing incident early Sunday when the nose landing gear of a plane retracted at the gate, leaving the front of the plane on the ground. The Airbus A330-300 passenger jet arrived from Shanghai at 12:49 a.m. Sunday and was scheduled to depart for Hong Kong later in the morning when the accident happened at Terminal 3's Gate A17. Reports said there was one engineer on board the plane as it underwent a landing gear systems check at around 8 a.m. when the front landing gear suddenly retracted, leaving the plane's nose on the tarmac. Photos taken of the plane after the incident also appear to show that the plane's front door was torn off. No one was injured, and an alternative aircraft was used for the plane's scheduled flight. A Singapore Airlines spokesman said that a damage assessment would be conducted after the plane was removed from the gate.
Airlines are doing all sorts of things to get more seats filled. All across the world, airlines are trying new ways to get more passengers. Last week, Emirates dropped first class from some of their flights between London and Dubai in a bid to get more people traveling. In the U.S., things are a bit different. Over time, the average width of U.S. airline seating has gradually shrunk, despite the weight of the average American going up. Airlines have also decreased pitch, the legroom and space between seating rows, in a bid to accommodate more passengers on flights. Some seating manufacturers have also reduced the thickness of seats. The airline interiors industry is said to be worth $17 billion and is expected to grow in the coming decade. How do you feel while traveling? Let us know in the comments below.